Perfect. Hi. This is my friend Rena. This is my wife. Be nice to her.
Please.
Also, my hair is blue. We have no plans for this.
No, whatsoever.
We're just putting makeup on, so enjoy the ride, I guess. Oh, I gotta put clips in.
Gotta get the clippies.
Do you know when your hair's too clean?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now my hair's too clean, so like if I go, it does not stay there. It's like, what? You want me behind your ear? Too
You
fucking
want
bad.
me to, exactly. You're just like, you want me to listen? No.
I'll try to list what we're using down below, but I can't make any promises.
I don't even know what I just put on.
Great, we're off to a great start.
I just threw something in my hands and rubbed it on my face.
You're like, yeah, whatever this is fine.
This works. It was the milk.
Oh, the Hydro Grip.
The Hydro Grip.
I'm putting on, this is the Vitamin Rich Face Base from Bobbi Brown. You gotta scoot in a little more.
Scooch.
There you go. Yeah, pretend like you love me.
I do.
This is just my Cover FX blurring primer.
I'm just trying to see what my attack plan is for this. I'm just trying to remember color theory. What colors look good on me? What colors do I even like?
Right now.
It's been so long since I've done my makeup.
Right now I'm like, well, your hair is blue, so you can't do anything too fancy. Okay, I'm trying out the NARS, what is this called? Soft Matte Foundation. I have this in Santa Fe. I got it in Santa Fe. I usually get Punjab, but this is so full coverage that the Punjab's way too yellow. Like, I swatched it and I was like, oh no. Oh no,
that is
no.
too much.
I was like, that's not appropriate
I
at
just
all.
have my old faithful Fenty Beauty, the hydrating one. I don't even know what color it is. I just grabbed one. I swatched. I think I went to visit you at work. I grabbed it, swatched on my cheek. I'm like, is that good enough? And you're like,
That's
and you
fine.
were like, yeah. I'm like, all right, good enough for me.
Oh, in typical Lex fashion, I did not grab a mirror. I don't like the term soft matte though.
What does that even mean?
It's a satin. Just say it's
Just say
satin.
I feel like people just like putting the word soft in front of things. Like, you see on TikTok, everyone's like, soft boy, soft girl. And I'm like, what is that? So you like pastels.
Yeah.
That's what that means. You like pastels. I don't. It's it's not that I'm old. I don't get it. Why does everything have to be soft?
I had to ask Lauren one day if I was a bra girl or that other emoji girl.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, I feel like you're a bra girl.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fine.
Yeah, I was at my friend's 21st, and she came up to me and she's like, you're such a bra girl, and I instantly felt aged. I'm like, what does that mean? And she's just like, don't you see it on TikTok? And I'm like, darling, you're on straight TikTok. I am not. We see two very different types of content.
Yeah, we are not seeing
the same things.
Or things that are matte. Makeup Forever, matte velvet skin.
I'm regretting my decision to use the Glossier concealer. I did not sleep enough to
for that much coverage.
for this
this
amount of coverage. I keep going towards it because I like how it feels.
Dean and I are watching Legend of Korra.
Love that. What are you up to?
We just started the 3rd season. So, you've watched all of it?
Yes.
Okay, so I was like, I don't want to start talking, and then you're like, wait. So, the first episode, because that's all we've watched, Boomy is falling out of the tree and he airbends to save himself, and I was like, he's in there! And then there's this other random guy that Mako has to deal with, and I was like, damn, I was so fucking excited for Boomy, and now everybody's fucking airbending. That's not fair.
I know. When it was put back on Netflix, I rewatched it, but I remember watching it when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when the first time Boomy airbended, I'm pretty sure I was at my grandparents' house,
mm-hmm.
and I just started screaming. Because my grandfather still remembers, he stopped letting me watch TV at their house. Because he would be like, you get too excited. You get too much. Because I just started screaming, and he was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Are you dying? I'm like, Boomy's airbending! And then he unplugged the TV.
And he was like, that's enough.
He was like, nope, we're done with that. Like, could you blame me? I had undiagnosed ADHD and a huge hyperfixation on, like, the Avatar universe.
Yeah.
Like, there's only so much I could do. Bro? I was happy with my brow, and then I accidentally lifted my brow, and I'm just getting more product all over my face. Oh well. I'm the most excited for once this pandemic is over. Not for not wearing masks anymore, but for the destruction of Zoom. I'm so done with it. I hate it so much. And I'm so excited.
It stopped recording and I don't know when it stopped recording yet.
We love that.
Oh, we love us. It's because we were too busy doing brows.
I know. We were just in the zone.
In the brow zone.
That's the one thing I can't handle, like, if it doesn't turn out looking well, is my brows. My brows are my pride and joy.
It smells like cake.
Oh my god. It does.
I'm not sure if I like that.
It's a little worrying for you're putting it on your eyes, but...
It's because it's such a strong cake smell.
I feel like that should be in a lip gloss, that smell.
This is I got the holiday set of all the Tarte palettes, and this is the Little Bloom. Sounds like a rapper. And it smells like cake. Little Bloom.
Little Bloom. And me and my siblings, we recently cornered my youngest sibling, who just turned 11 in August. And we were like, okay, you're of age. It is time to take the which Hogwarts house test are you? And like, all three of us, like, were sitting around him explaining the questions.
Yeah.
Really getting into it. And
he's like, y'all are nuts.
Literally, because he hasn't read or watched Harry Potter yet. Like, he's been pushing off reading it.
How does he live with you and he's not seen Harry Potter?
He knows all about it.
Okay.
Like, he knows what happens because he lives with me, and I right now share a room with him, just because he's the only sibling who's nice enough to let me stay in his room while mine is being built. And so he knows, like, the characters, he knows what happens, he knows, I mean, it's all very biased, because he knows my thoughts and feelings on all the characters.
Right.
And my sister's, who is a huge Draco Malfoy stan. But, like, not the good kind. She's a Draco, like, apologist.
Oh, no.
I know. And I'm like, I love Draco, and I do believe he deserves his redemption arc, and he's redeemable. But you can't just ignore everything. He was
literally a Death Eater.
He was a Death Eater. He was a wizard racist.
I was gonna say, he was the wizard equivalent of, like, a Nazi.
He was. Which one would think, you know, especially my sister should take that a little more seriously. I'm like, and she just wasn't, I keep trying to explain to her, like, when he called...
She's a Nazi apologist.
I'll just have to tell her, I'm like, Draco calling Hermione a mudblood is basically the equivalent of when some random kid at the park called you a kite.
Yeah.
And then
she'll understand.
Maybe she'll understand it if I put it into that term. But yeah, no, his family was wizard Nazis.
And sure, at the end he was like, maybe I don't want to be a wizard Nazi.
And I can understand, like, he was being raised to be a wizard Nazi since he was little. Like, I could, like, and his character is totally able to be set up for a great redemption arc. And, like, it's fine if you want to believe he gets redeemed later. I know that's what, like, that's, like, my own personal headcanon. But, like, to say he was good in the books like that? No.
Oh, especially in the books.
No, in the books he was a little shithead.
At least in the movies, he wasn't quite as a shithead.
I think he still was. I just think Tom Felton was really attractive that we didn't notice it as much.
I feel like he wasn't as much of a shithead because he played up the daddy's money part a lot more.
Oh, true, probably. He played up the twink side of Draco more.
I'm gonna get my father.
My dad
my
here.
Daddy.
My daddy.
Yeah, so, like, I feel like he wasn't as much of a shithead just because I was like, yeah, call your daddy, see what the fuck he's gonna do. You're a little pussy.
And then it didn't help that they casted also somebody attractive to play his dad.
Yeah.
And, like, my sister hates whenever I talk about, like, the Malfoy, like, Mr. and Mrs. being attractive. She's like, stop, I'm in love with Draco. That would be like you thirsting after my in-laws. I'm like, well, if they were real, I would attempt to become your mother-in-law. Because Lucius Malfoy was fine. Yes, a wizard Nazi, but fine. I don't like where this video's going. Anyways.
Anywho.
Back to the main point of what I was saying. He got, like, equal parts Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. So now my whole family... Like,
I was like, wait, how did we even get here?
Because my youngest brother being 11.
Right.
So, we're now just, like... Because he doesn't know too much about the houses, like, we're all trying to explain it to him.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom, who does not care about Harry Potter at all, is, like, also asking us to explain it to her. Mm-hmm. So she obviously thinks, like, you know, Hufflepuff is adorable.
Yeah.
Which it is. Love Hufflepuff.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
You are a Hufflepuff. I know that. So she's trying to be like, she's like, oh, just say you're a Hufflepuff. I'm like, but he also got equal parts Gryffindor. I could use another Gryffindor in the family. Because my dad, my sister, and my other brother are both Slytherin.
Wonderful.
Well, not both. All three, yeah, are Slytherin.
So you could use a little help.
I know, I could use the moral support. And my mom refuses to take any sort of quiz or anything for Harry Potter. Because she, you know, does not care. But she's a Slytherin. I just have a family.
The fact that she won't take the quiz
is
is very
just,
Slytherin.
It's very Slytherin. She's like, I don't care about fantasy. She's like, it's like reality is too important. I'm like, Mom, you're a Slytherin. And just accept that. And move on. You know what makeup trend I really miss?
Huh.
The 2014 just chunky black eyeliner and like a burgundy lip. Like those were the days. Like things were just so simple. So nice.
And now we've complicated it all.
I know. And like I was so depressed in 2014. Like, I didn't get to properly enjoy the aesthetic. I want to redo. Like, that was, like, the height of, like, the neighborhood, Lana Del Rey, Arctic Monkeys. People just wearing knee socks and short, like, flared skirts. Like, those were the time. Yeet.
Oh, I missed.
Hey, you can need it. You don't need to tell them that. She made it in.
I almost made that one into the laundry basket. I don't think that counts though. And I caught it this time. I don't even look. I just started whacking it on. I was like, yep, this is fine, right here.
It's like, yep, that's a good spot for it.
Because it's one of those things, like, this is muscle memory.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't need to look.
Bronzers and like, when it comes to, like, my base, I could do that probably eyes closed.
Like, if I ever did, like, a no mirror makeup challenge, those would be the only two things that would look fine. The bronzer shade is called Getting Toasty.
Sometimes just the names for makeup just confuses me. Like, what was the thought process behind naming it that?
We were talking about that the other day at work about, like, NARS products. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I hate when I have a little old lady that I'm selling blush to and they love the color and they're like, what is it called? And I'm like...
Mega Orgasm.
Yeah, I'm like, Orgasm. Or the one that I really hate is called Deep Throat. But old ladies love that color.
I know exactly what color that is because my mom used to like that color.
Oh my god. I'm always like, yeah, I'm so sorry that I have to say this to you. It's called Deep Throat.
And they're like, what?
I'm like,
please don't make me repeat.
And I'm like, please read my lips. Like,
I just hear my brush clacking against the bat earrings.
It's freaking bats.
It's freaking bat.
I love Halloween.
So I know, like, a lot of, like, my other, like, Jewish friends, like, they all have, like, their one non-Jewish holiday that they, like, romanticize and, like, dream about is, like, Christmas. Like, most of them love Christmas.
Yeah.
Probably just because the whole vibe of it kind of resembles, like, a Jewish holiday. Like, you're with your family, you're eating, like, that's pretty Jewish. But...
How Jewish of us.
I know. I've just always been a fan of Halloween. I'm like,
well, what is...
costumes, spooky, pumpkins, leaves.
What is your holiday that you get dressed up?
That's called Purim, but that is nothing like Halloween. Like, it's not about, like, being scared. Like, it's a classic holiday. Like, we were nearly killed by a nation. We survived. We celebrate.
You're always almost getting killed.
We're always almost getting killed. All of our holidays are like, we haven't been killed, let's eat. And then all of our fast days are like, we won a war. We survived. Let's starve ourselves. Like, I don't get it, man.
Alright, I have lots of blushes to choose from, and I don't know what color to do.
All of them.
Well, because I know if I ask you, you're going to pick one of these. But look at how bright these are.
They're pretty.
I know, and you know I'm not a big...
No, I know.
I mean, maybe oh no, I'll match that to the highlighter. Maybe I'll do...
And then there's me, and I take my blush palette, and I go, ooh, across the whole thing.
I think I'll do this one.
Oh, that's pretty.
This is... It's called Into You, and it's in the middle of the blushy palette. The highlight in this is called Frosted Frappé.
Ooh. Debating, should I just go for like a glitter or an actual highlighter?
Which one? What color is that one?
It's the sarcophagus. Maybe I'll go with this and then I'll do something.
But I think this is too gold for what you're wearing.
True. Do that. Ugh, why did I say that?
Why did you do that?
Why did I just do that?
I tapped off the excess directly into the comforter. It's okay, don't tell Dean.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't tell Diggle.
I'm not a snitch.
I bought all of the Sephora collection holiday lipsticks.
Why am I not surprised by that?
So this one is in the little duo. This one is called Festive. The other one on there has a corgi on it.
I love corgis. They have such fat little butts. I think I did it!
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
Hot.
Oh, I'm not gonna come on like this.
I gotta spray.
Which is a sentence I never thought I would say. I just don't want black lipstick everywhere.
That's fair.
After I spent so long trying to get it all in the line. Brace yourself.
Just two mildly goth wives.
Yeah. Mildly goth.
Because Gabby's the true
Gabby
goth.
is the true. She is the true goth of the trio.
We're just here.
We exist.
We're just pretending. I was talking to my hairstylist about Gabby today because we were talking about...
I feel like I'm always talking about Gabby to like the most random people.
Because we were talking about green hair, and I was like, yeah, my friend had green hair, and that was like her signature hair. And now she has gray, which still looks fine, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I miss the green.
My siblings literally call her Gabby with the green hair. Because I have another friend named Gabby. So they call my two friends Gabbies. They're like Gabby with the green hair and Jewish Gabby. Those are the only two Gabbys.
The only way.
It's the only way to decipher between the two of them.
I'm still good. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed us talking about Harry Potter and laughing about it. I couldn't even finish it.
I'd like to specify that me and my family are Jewish, so it is okay for us to make that joke.
Wow. Good thing I don't make money off of this.
I was about to say, you're not going to make anything off of this.
This would have been demonetized immediately. Immediately.
Never. I was going to say something and it probably would have been demonetized the second you found out you're filming with a Jew because they're anti-Semitic.
Oh my God.
Then I held myself back, but then I just told you what I thought, so it kind of ruined.
That's what editing's for.
Exactly.
Alright, wow, okay, it's time to go. It's time for this video to end.
Speaking of Jesus, totally random thought I had like a while ago, just about Jesus, is like, he probably had mad daddy issues, and anybody who I know with like very bad daddy issues is like usually quite kinky. So my question is, was Jesus kinky? I think it's a valid question.
Well, wasn't he friends with Mary Magdalene?
Oh man, I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know much about Jesus.
I think he was, and she was a prostitute.
Oh, so like, homeboy was...
Homeboy was getting it.
Homeboy was getting... He was living the life.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not religious, so...
The most I know about Jesus is that he was Jewish.
He was a Jew.
That's pretty much...
Extra demonetized.
Exactly. He was a Jew from the Middle East.
I don't know where... I don't know where you guys are getting white Jesus from.
I really don't. Like, I can maybe, like, slightly paler than most Middle Easterners. I can maybe see, but...
Like, you know how Albanians...
Yeah.
They're fairer,
yes.
But they have very, like, Middle Eastern features. That I can understand.
Yeah, maybe that's where the confusion was from.
But he's still Middle Eastern.
But he was not blonde with blue eyes,
no.
Or had, like, light brown... No, he had dark... His hair probably looked like this.
Yeah.
It was not straight. It was most likely curly or wavy.
Mm-hmm.
And that man was part of the tribe. So... He does not look like how your pictures look like of him, from what I've seen.
No.
Yeah. Now we've concluded your video by talking about Jesus.
Alright, it's time to go now.
It's probably a good call.
Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want more of Rena.
Even if you don't, I might appear anyway.
I was gonna say this.
That's how we became friends. I just would not leave you